The nightmare is over, guys. The nightmare is over. The nightmare is over, guys. Yeah, it's finally happened. The nightmare is over. Woo! Lukaku is gone. Finally, we're so happy. We're so happy, guys. Welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather channel. It's your Chelsea Godfather reporting back to duty. Please subscribe to my channel for regular Chelsea updates. Guys, the nightmare is over. Romelu Lukaku has finally been sold, signed, sealed, sold, and delivered to Napoli FC. Done deal today, reported by none other than Fabrizio Romano. 30 million euros fixed fee plus 15 million euros of add-ons. Whether we're going to be able to see the extra add-ons or not, trust me, as a Chelsea fan, we're just happy that this is a done deal. Now, obviously, it's all pending. Uh, Lukaku passing his medicals, the usual and whatnot. But for all intents and purposes, it's a done deal. We get to wipe off his £325,000 per week off our books. PSR, PSR, police, y'all can now leave our front gate and go and look for another club. Go and look for another club to put into the PSR prison because it's not going to be Chelsea FC. Bye bye, y'all. Guys, jokes aside, this is a nice deal. This is a nice deal, at least in terms of being able to remove Lukaku's wages from the books. I mean, this is just one nightmarish signing. Like, I mean, we've had like a lot of bad signings. I'll say bad. I'll say more like not so good because you're not always going to win in every signing. If you're Chelsea FC or if you're any kind of Bishop's club, you're always going to go and try and get some big players and throw out some big money, and they're not always going to work out. Whether you're Chelsea, whether you're Real Madrid, whether you are Barcelona, Bayern, City, Man U, it doesn't. Arsenal, everybody, we've all had these. You're always going to have one or two that are going to go south, but I mean this one went all the way south. This Lukaku deal is one thing to go south, but it went hella south. I mean, it blew up in our faces within months after Lukaku joined Chelsea. Like he literally wasn't even up to half a year when he gave that faded interview to Inter, Milan, TV during our season. This is on the heels of even I don't know if y'all remember Chelsea just won the Champions League literally a month previously, and we went on ahead and bought him, thinking that Lukaku was supposed to be the quote unquote missing piece that was going to help us challenge for the league title. And in fairness to Tommy T, I think for like a few good we had a nice little spell. We had a nice little spell of like I think 1 or 2 month spell where Chelsea was on top of the league that year. That's the last time Chelsea's ever been on top of the Premier League, and everything was clicking until Lukaku came back from injury. He got injured that season. Havertz, believe it or not, was actually playing well for us. We were on the top of the league in October going into November. Harvard then got injured after a very wonderful game where we beat Juventus 4-0 in Champions League at the Bridge. I think Harvard's actually got injured in the following game away at West Ham. I remember where everything started going south because we were playing well Havertz then got injured in the first half of that game, and we were actually winning that game. Then towards the end of the half, Mendy, got a Mendy like brain freeze, gave away an unnecessarily a PK. West Ham then scored and equalized. It was 1-1. Havertz got injured. He was off at halftime. Lukaku, who had been out for a while due to injury, came back and came out in the second half, and he was rubbish, absolute dog crap. And we went ahead and lost to West Ham 3-2 away. And the rest, it was onwards and basically downwards from there. Notwithstanding that we did finish third that season, but it was just a horrible year, guys. And it was over. It was only, I believe, a month later, Luke gave the interview, and he was basically done as a Chelsea player. Only months after being brought to Chelsea on £100 million transfer fee, plus £325,000 per week. It's been a headache, y'all, trying to find a way, to solve this issue. This Lukaku issue has been on loan year in, year out. And finally, thanks to Todd B and his people working so hard behind the scenes, and they finally managed to package him and get him off our books once and for all. Now we can concentrate on hopefully filling the void with another striker. Obviously, we Chelsea fans, we're hoping that other striker, at least me personally, I mean, I can't speak for the rest of y'all, but I can only speak for myself, and I'm hoping that the other striker is none other than Victor Osimhen. I mean, Osimhen is still a Napoli player. They just brought Lukaku back, and they still have Osimhen on their books at whether it's 11 or 12 million euros per year net. I mean, there's no way that that's going to work for Napoli, financially. I just don't see it working. And Conte has been pretty straightforward in saying, Osimhen, you're not part of my plans, so I don't care. It's almost like Maresca said, I don't care if you got 42 players, but as far as I'm concerned, I only got 21. It's the same thing in Napoli. He's told Osimhen, you're not. I don't care whether they're paying you 12 million a year. That's your problem, with the club to deal with. But my own problem is you're not on my team. And so Osimhen is going to have to find a new home before this window shuts its doors on September 1. So, again, notwithstanding that this Lukaku deal has finally been done, as has been severally reported, the Lukaku and the Osimhen deals are two separate deals. This is not any kind of swap deal. These are two separate deals. And as we have found out now, the a separate deal one is pretty much done. It's a done deal. Luke to Napoli for a total of up to 45 million euro deal. And hopefully the separate deal two, as far as we Chelsea fans are concerned, will be Victor Osimhen coming the other way at some point in time. Hopefully before this transfer window shuts for whatever amount. I don't know what it is going to be. I mean, they just gave us 30 million euros fixed. So I don't know how many more euros that they're going to want back, right? So we're just going to turn that 30 million right back to Napoli and add some more million euros on top of that 30. And hopefully that'll be enough to bring Osimhen to the bridge. In terms of his wages, you guys already know he said that he doesn't want to reduce his wages, but that doesn't mean that that the wages cannot be structured. So at least that's what I'm hoping. I mean, the fact that you do not, I mean, you can still not quote unquote reduce your wages, but you can structure your wages where combination of a fixed fee, a lower fixed fee that somehow that's not too far away from our current wage structure, plus reachable in incentives based on team performance and individual performance as well. If you add all those three things, his base, the team performance incentive, then individual performance incentive, all those three should get him just about where he is right now. So I mean, for me, I feel like it's doable. The main hurdle is to reach a transfer fee in agreement with Napoli, and if Chelsea is able to reach an agreement with Napoli on Osimhen's a transfer fee, which hopefully is going to be a lot less than whatever the originally quoted fee was, right? Especially now that we've scratched their back and given them Big Luke on a reasonable transfer fee. I mean, we only ended up taking 30 million euros fixed, which is roughly I think around 25 or 26 million pounds. It's like, come on now, that's like almost nothing. So we pretty much cut them some slack there, and the hope is that they're going to cut us at least a little bit of slack on the transfer fee for Osimhen, so we can get this deal hopefully across the finish line, whether it's an outright buy or is a loan with an obligation to buy, which is pretty much the same as a permanent deal. Either one is going to work for Osimhen's team and hopefully for us Chelsea and Napoli as well. Guys, how do you all feel about today's news about Big Luke finally being shipped off? Please leave your comments below. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you guys and enjoy your weekend. Peace.